seriously, in the little time I was out, I'm gonna get sunburned. I'm in a tunnel. And actually it's cooler in here, but why is the ground so wet in the tunnel? But oh my gosh, my face is red. Well, hello. It is dead on summer. But I had to run out to get my tickets because I just fully got motivated to go out and get my tickets for the Sailor Moon musical during Silver Week. I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, I got the tickets. Row 4, yes, because you don't understand. Well, you will now understand my excitement. The outers appear in this. It's the S arc. It's Saturn. It's Hotoru. My favorite. I'm so excited. Okay, I stop at a shrine on my way home. Oh, I swear I am gonna get sunburned and just see this little walk to my family mart and okay, yeah, it's hot. I wanted to talk about Eikaiwa. There should have been some red flags when just in the advertisement for the job that the pay was quite less, like $300, 3 mon, less than what you expect for, like, say starting ALT Interact or something. It was like almost 4 mon less than that, so it was almost 4 mon less than what I was making before with Interact. And but it was not having to move and completely disturb my life and staying in Hitachi. And I had to wait 2 months in between ending with Interact and starting the Eikaiwa. So that was 2 months I was not making money and living off what little savings I was able to scrape together, after learning that I was not going to be with Interact. It started out okay. I mean, the textbook I actually thought was really good. Their lesson plan was really good. Or like how they structured the lesson was really good. But really the situation, and I think why we have that saying, every situation is different, is your coworkers. They can make it or break it. They really can. And I worked with somebody who started off gently, you know, telling me that I should change. I dyed my hair back to my natural color instead of that blonde I had. I was told I had to wear makeup, which I had never really worn makeup that much. And in my Western mind, job can't tell you really about, like, tell you your appearance, like, control your appearance too much. I can find the words. I think one of the biggest things, it was a franchise of the big company, and so it was very much locally run. The owner also owned a hostess club too, so those kind of hostesses standards were also handed down to the Eikaiwa workers. And so I ended up in months of, not constant, sporadic for sure, but verbal abuse. Then my Japanese coworker, saying things like, you should be prettier, or, you know, do something to look better. And then it changed into, if we had prettier teachers, we'd have more students. Well, thank you. And it got even like worse. That one time she got really upset with me and said things like, you're living in a dream world if you think you look good. And you know, I did everything, almost everything she told me to do look-wise. She was holding me by the Japanese teacher standards, or Japanese staff standards, where it was dress up, suit, well, button-up shirt, which that is the standard, but hair back in a ponytail, and I hate my hair in a ponytail. And then when I did all that, she criticized me, and at one point, towards the end, she was really nice. She tried to get me to stay because she realized, you know, she had been horrible. And she said to me, well, we do have this one person in mind, but if you stay, you know, we need to fix our relationship. I'm like, well, duh. And before that, I couldn't handle passing out tissues on the by the station and things, mainly because of the stalker situation that was going on, and she knew about it. So she was understanding in the fact that she docked me 3 classes every month and did not ask me to do the tissues, but I was cleaning toilets. Whenever I had a free class, I was cleaning and doing everything. There was no prep time. But so after she gave me the ultimatum, and she even said, well, we could give you a longer visa too. I knew I was going, and so I told her as soon as I decided, like, no, I'm not staying. My contract says to give you 3 months notice. Here's 3 months notice. And after that, it just changed. She started taking classes from me, not asking me to do anything, and then docking my pay, like every second she could. So there were a few times, like, I had 4 classes, like empty classes, and I'm just gonna go home. Like, screw this, I'm going home. But I looked at my contract again, and contractually she could not do that. So I came back and told her, you know, you can't do this. It says that as long as I'm available here, whether or not you give me an assignment to do during that, doesn't matter. I still get paid. She got pissed. In a conversation we were having, she replaced my name with the word fat. She said, like, I'm not talking to you, fat. Or, you know, be quiet, fat. And it was bad. Like, the other teacher I worked with just looked at her and went, you need to be quiet. You just need to be quiet. Stop talking. And this has been going on. I tried not to complain about it in terms of, like, either to my other foreigner coworker or anything. I'm just like, this is what's going. Like, are you really trying hard enough? Not really. Just keep at it. Do what you can. Like, I didn't have a lot of money to buy a whole new wardrobe that she wanted and all this other stuff. And I changed to wear different clothes, and I got criticized for wearing too dark clothes because it was too funeral-y. And I'm just like, what is going on? Every change I make that you had told me to do, you then criticize. But yeah, so after that, it got a tad better in terms of money, her not being able to just take money from me. Like, I was starting not to be able to pay bills, let alone any money I would need for moving. And this is where I find myself, you know, months later, still going, am I going to have enough food until the end of the month? Because of all this leading up, and it was one thing after another, and it was crazy. But see, that is one situation and one see, I can't even, like, critique the company itself, but the staff they have, I guess, is partly their choice, but it being free owned by because it's a franchise. And even when I was at training for the company, I went to proper company training, but they were like, oh, this doesn't apply to you because you're a franchise. So yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave that there because it's really long, but I hope I kind of explain why I just call that period hell and working in hell, and it was just horrible. I mean, I met wonderful, wonderful students who were amazing, and I still think about them and miss them, but I could not stay there. I mean, from not being recontracted with Interact and then being bashed for like 8-9 months, like my self-confidence and self-worth and all that has just gone down, and I'm trying to rebuild. So it's a process. Now it's still really warm out here, but it was nice to sit in the shade and enjoy the shrine and talk about my worries. And over here we have the Torii. Yay. That was nice, but I'm gonna go home and get back in AC. And look at this beautiful sunset behind me with Fuji. Wow. And with that, I say, until next time, ja. It's so beautiful tonight.